Watch over your heart with all diligence, for from it flows the spring of life. She suggested that I become a student assistant coach. That title came with enough money to cover most of my classes.
Come on! Come on!
All I could do was thank God for his mercy. He showed me that if I depended solely on him, he will make a way. I finished my second senior year and graduated without any issues. I knew about God all my life, but going through college, being on my own, and having no one to lean on but God, taught me a valuable lesson.
We are assured and know that God being a partner in our labor, all things work together and are fitting into a plan for good to and for those who love God and are called according to his design and purpose. At 17, I graduated high school and I was headed off to college. That in itself was a prayer answer to where I went to the college that I wanted to go to. And I prayed to God for my wife to come before me before I was 30. And I was very specific in all the characteristics, physical, spiritually, mentally, that I wanted in a wife. And I prayed for this right before I left for college. So I assumed that I was going to meet my wife at college.
Come on, man of God. Come on. You helping somebody. Come on. Come on.
My life really isn't mine, it's his. I gave my life to him at an early age at 8 and gave him a promise that if he granted me a wife and kids by 30, that I would settle down and that I would be so-called serious about him in church. He's done his part, now I have to live up to my promise.
Come on. Come on.
Even when I left the hospital, the devil still continued to fight and fight. And still does to this day. But since April 2014, which I was 29 at the time, I was going to be 30 in October. I've been going after God like never before. Yes, I still have some issues within myself, and I'm nowhere near perfect, and I don't try to be. The things I take away from this time period is that God was always faithful to me. He's always had my best interests at heart. No one can ever tell me there isn't a God because no one knew what I prayed for except me and him. Be honest with God, your spouse, about everything. Don't hold anything in, and just know that when you feel like you're about to lose control of your life, know that you didn't have control of it in the first place.
Yes, yes, yes.
When I looked at my reflection in the mirror, I said this can't be happening to me. Until I heard a voice speak clearly, saying there's a winner within me, and I was charged to beat the odds, and the victory I'll say. The winner in me pushed me down.
Yes, come on now. Glory.
read that, questions started coming in my mind, and I started asking, like, what caused Judas to betray Jesus? Like, he wouldn't just do that out of nowhere. And what was the sign of early division? And who was Judas? Reasons why us Judas become hurt and unsuccessful in relationships is that, one, we don't have a foundation, like we talked about before. We have no visions or no goals. Two, we friend people who don't know or care about our heart, or vice versa. They know about our heart, but they find weakness in it and create advantages for their own self-gain. These men had a lot of experiences with God and was willing to die for this man, which is the utmost little thing. All the disciples, other than Judas, had traits of humility and desire. What I found out that Judas, on the other hand, he was very prideful and he desired the wrong thing, which was money. Ain't that like some of the Americans? And once he decided to betray Jesus by telling the authorities where he could be found, he later regretted it. So let's evaluate the little water damage in our lives. Be very careful who you are pulling towards and being influenced to, because everyone's motives aren't best for you. And the people who didn't understand me, the devil's trying to kill you. The devil's an op, which means, in our term, op meaning fake, opposition, sneaky, and a rat. In any society, nobody wants to be a betrayer or a rat. Not only is the devil telling on you, but he's egging you on to cuss out that coworker, give it 2 pieces to a classmate, or smoke a drink. So he's the ultimate op. So why would you listen to anything he has to say to you? And another thing us Christians need to do is stop giving so much hurt and start running. The devil stirs some stuff around, and he knows who ain't for Christ, who ain't with the system, and so he gets the people to move around and create chaos. Knowing the devil, he is very patient and has endurance to tie out the herd and group. Like Pastor Eddie said, the difference between a real Christian and a fake is a fake Christian knows how to praise but don't know how to worship.
Come on.
And the canines, what he said, they represent the strongholds. The devil starts on the prey. Canines are the most important way to kill prey because they grab and hold on to prey. What does that sound like? Bondage, bondage, bondage.
Jesus. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Who's in situations that aren't helping you progress in any way? Who is trying to resurrect dead issues, friendships, and relationships? Be very careful, yo. And did y'all hear when the wolves got you bound? They get excited. They start howling, barking for joy. Who does that sound like? The op. Everything is set before you journey to destruction, and now it's too late when you realize that you're bound. Which I didn't see at the end of the video. The expert said wolves' success rate of catching prey is 1 out of 10. So that means they're constantly hunting and looking for the newest weak links. So let's get it together and stop dividing churches and households and nations and relationships, because y'all know a house divided shall not stand. And